Welcome back to Speed Dating for Ghosts. We're going for another date. Hello again, it's nice to see you. I'll just put your name down. You can go right in. Alright, we're going back to the Room of Palms. Because we've got one more date to have here. We're going on a date with Steph. You catch up with Steph. She looks surprised to see you. You think. It's hard to tell with the mask. Hey. What's up? Is everything okay? I just thought we should hang out. Oh. Cool. I'd like that. Where should we go? Let's go to the park. That sounds nice, actually. Let's go to the park. It seems simple. I need simple. The symphony feels like a horrible first date. Even if they were like, I love symphonies. Still don't go to a symphony. It's expensive, it takes a long time, you don't have a lot of time to chat. Like, unless you're like making a whole day of it, at which point, why are you doing that on a first date? Symphony just feels like a terrible first date. Anyway, a heavy layer of snow has claimed the trees and buried the grass nearby. A cobblestone walking trail twists around the edge of a lake. You pass an old ghost sitting on a bench, tossing nothing on the ground but still going through the motions. The ghosts of geese gather around him anyway, acting out a ritual that no longer serves any purpose. This is all still so confusing. You must have lots of questions. I really, really do. Were you this lost when you died? For a while, yes. How did you figure things out? I'm still figuring things out. Dying is not a simple thing. I just feel like I spent years on a puzzle, only to realize I'm missing pieces. They're gone. I'll never finish. And now, what do I do? Do I take the puzzle apart? Be proud that I did what I could? Does anyone finish puzzles? No one I know. I'm sure some people are that together. But what about the rest of us? What now? Like, what do we even do as ghosts? Do we get jobs? What's the point of anything? That's a really interesting question. Like, if you were a ghost and had no need for air, water, food, home, whatever, if you were just an ethereal nothing that could maybe vaguely influence the world, but only slightly, what would you do with infinite time? And if it's one of those situations where you have unresolved business, would you try to resolve your business, or would you hang out with it unresolved? I suppose that maybe depends on the business. I don't know. I feel like being a ghost would be pretty cool, actually. Well, at least for a while. Have I mentioned before? I feel like I must have talked about before on this show the issue of invincibility as a superpower. The problem with invincibility or infinitely long life is that it inevitably devolves into eventually you are forced to either watch terrible things happen or have terrible things happen to you, because the stretch of infinity just means that's how it eventually happens. The stretch of infinity means either things that have not happened to you have the probability of them happening in the future just by virtue of you choosing to do different things all the time, presuming you're not, doing the exact same thing every single day. It's a terrible power. It's the Wolverine gets trapped in a mine shaft and has to stay there for hundreds of years because he literally can't get out and can't die kind of thing. Like, that's the very rudimentary version of it. But anyway, that is the problem with that. Would be a side effect, a similar side effect with being a ghost, is eventually you just get bored and depressed, probably. From already, well, never mind. You can help people. I guess we have powers. We can manipulate things, right? That's up to you. When you're little, everyone asks, what do you want to be when you grow up? Now it's like, what do you want to be when you die? It's too much pressure. I gotta learn how to walk again before I figure out where to go. You have a lot of options. I keep thinking about all the things I can't do now. Eat, drink. I could go for a milkshake right now. Vanilla. With a slice of apple pie. But I guess I won't taste it. There's no point in eating. This feels very like college freshman nihilist. So then I just want to play my clarinet, but I can't do that either. You'll get used to it. I hope so. At least I can still do puzzles and finish learning Japanese. I think I'm ready to take my mask off. You got this. If you say so. Oh. You look like a pair of eye stalks, but okay. How do I look? You look like you. I feel like crying. The good tears. But nothing's coming out. Thanks for the talk. It helped a lot. What are ghost friends for? I'll let you know. It's hard to be a ghost. But Steph seems like she'll be alright. What's next for you, though? You know, that one was a lot shorter than the others, which is a little disappointing. I do feel like it was the least fleshed out of the three that the three, like, initial dates that we went on. And so that's not super surprising. That said, I do feel like each of the characters should have their own characterization and a little arc in order to be satisfying, but I mean, I guess there's a bunch of them, so it's hard to be upset about one being a little weaker than some of the others. Yeah, I am curious whether different choices can make different outcomes or anything. Okay, so it's different spirits. Interesting. I don't know why there are different ones for the beach. Hold on, how many total are there? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or maybe it's 6? No, this should be 1, right? So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That doesn't really add up to the number of... Well, okay, we're not going to do this right now, but there were only 3 rooms, at least initially, so I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I'll see you for more dates next time.